Hi, I'm Kenneth Richey, and we're in the Hyatt Coral Gables in the beautiful courtyard. And here I'm with Harold Hughes, with the author of the book Blockchain. Harold, how long did it take you to make this book?
Oh man, so it actually was pretty fast. I worked with a publishing company called a Kids Co, and they actually have a one-day process where it's proprietary. You sit down and really for 8-10 hours write the entire book. But really the part of the book that came out was something I've been thinking about for months. Because of my 7-year-old son, well, he's now 7, I wanted to find a way to help him know how to tell his friends what dad did for work. So in my head, it probably was like several months, but pen to paper, it probably took us about 10 hours, and then we started editing it and getting it to the form that you see today.
What does the word blockchain mean?
So blockchain is really two things. Block being data, and chain being essentially the sequence of data. And so block is like being able to say, oh, this is information, and the chain saying we will always know what happened before and what happened after. So one of the examples that I give in the book is the idea that you're able to know that things are connected through a chain, obviously, and then the block is how we keep up with a database. And so I talk about that. I also have a dictionary and a glossary in the back, which I think helps out a lot of people too.
Yeah. Why did you make this book?
So I was working on a technology company, and as a tech founder, I know that there's two things I've run into. One is that my mom always had a hard time telling people what I did for work. And then two, now that I have kids, I want to be able to make sure they know what dad does for work. And so in most industries, people get very techy. There's a bunch of jargon. They have a bunch of acronyms that no one knows. I wanted this to be so simple that even a 6-year-old could get it. And so I wrote this book so that my 6-year-old son could get it, but already go from 6 to 60. That's the way I try and cover it. So that's why we wrote it.
Do you have any last questions for Miami kids and for everyone out there?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I want to encourage y'all to do is to make sure that you're being creative and using this technology. There's so much you can do with it, whether it is art, whether it is gaming, if you think about how to improve the election process, all kinds of things you can do with it. And so my biggest goal and hope and wish for everyone who reads it is to take this technology, do what you think is going to be best with it, because with diverse perspectives, we're going to have better outcomes. So I'm excited for all the kids out there to be able to try and come up with whatever ideas are in their heads.
Thank you guys for watching, and you could go check him out, and you could go see his book in the Miami Book Fair.
Thank you. A kid's book about blockchain.